Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Although you won't be seeing this on a Monday, so well, happy last Monday for you guys. The sun's shining. It's freezing cold. It's 1 degree according to my temperature thing, and here I am out in a thin top with 3/4 sleeves and a cardigan. I hate coats. Have I said that before? I really hate coats, apart from my fur coat, which I quite like, but it's not particularly practical for everyday use. Oh, there's a seagull in the middle of the road. How was your weekend? Mine was nice. It was really good. Went out on Friday night, ended up going straight from the pub to the Indian and had a curry with friends. That was really nice. I drank a little bit too much. I woke up on Saturday not feeling at my best, but I was okay again after a quiet morning on the sofa watching some Netflix and sitting under a blanket drinking plenty of tea. Saturday afternoon, what did we do? We've done a lot of stuff around the house this weekend. We just catching up on bits and pieces that needed doing. Ashley cleaned inside the dome above our stairs last night. He went up on the roof. We got a flat roof on the house, and did the top of the dome, and then realised that most of the dirt was inside, and so we had a very precarious. I was going to do a picture for Instagram actually. I was holding the bottom of the ladder, but we had a very precarious Ashley over the top of the open staircase reaching up to the dome on a ladder scenario. All went okay, I'm glad to say, in the end. And we did some cleaning out in my stock room. When I say we, I mostly mean Ashley. He rehung a mirror that had come off the wall ages and ages and ages ago. And just lots of little jobs that got done around the house. That was nice. Then yesterday morning I went to the car boot sale, which was okay for a January boot sale. I didn't get loads and loads, but what I did get I was pleased with. First boot sale of the year as well for me. And what else? Then yesterday morning I did a little bit of work after I got back from the car boot sale, and then in the afternoon Ashley and I watched Ocean's 8. We tried to watch that over Christmas with Will, and for some reason you can't stream it on Amazon Prime, so I ended up having to buy the DVD, which was mildly annoying. But yeah, really enjoyed it. It was a good, fun, entertaining film, and really good cast as well, so that was good. Plans for today are work, book the car park at Bristol Airport, because I haven't done that yet for when we go to Seville. This time next week I will be on a plane, hopefully. And what else have I got to do? I'm going for an eye test at lunchtime. It's 2 years since I had my glasses, first got my glasses, and feel like my eyes might have deteriorated a bit, although I kind of hope not. But yeah, got an eye test at 12 o'clock. And I probably need to go to Tesco's to get something for dinner, which I don't know what it is yet because I haven't menu planned for this. We sort of have menu planned. We discussed it and had a look in the freezer, but I haven't actually written anything down or shopped. But that's okay. I'm feeling quite organised about it, so not too bad. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling. I've been chatting to you for nearly 4 minutes, so I'm going to stop now. This morning, when I got out of the car, I went to shut the car door, I parked near the hedge, and I literally brushed my hand along the hedge to get the edge of the car door to shut it, and the hedge has got prickly brambly things in it, and one of them just touched my finger, and it's hurt so much all day, and I've just spent the last 10 minutes, hence the glasses, digging a splinter out of it. It was the tiniest splinter you've ever seen. I could show you, but there's literally no point because it's literally a little tiny dot on the desk. It's still really painful. In fact, it hurts more now I've dug the splinter out of it. Needles, tweezers, magnifying glasses. Like a whole operation it was. Anyway, it's out now. Went for my eye test this morning, and good news, I didn't need new glasses. They said my prescription was exactly the same as it was last time I went, which was 2 years ago, which I thought particularly this eye has deteriorated, but apparently not. So that's quite good news. I was quite pleased about that. But I had a voucher for a free eye test, but only if I bought glasses. So I've been toying with the idea of buying some reading sunglasses for on holiday, because I'm limited to reading my Kindle on holiday because I can't read without sunglasses on, and if I can't read a book without proper glasses on. Does any of that make sense? I feel like it does, but I know what I'm talking about anyway. So I ordered some prescription sunglasses. 90 quid later. Those were the cheapest ones. There was a choice of 90 quid, 110 quid or 130 quid. I really ought to look into getting glasses online. I believe it's considerably cheaper than buying them direct from the retailer, but anyway, good news that I haven't got a change in my prescription, so I was pleased about that. I've done all my listing for today. I've got 15 new listings up, which is good. And I'm just going to have I've just tidied up the kitchen, going to have a tidy round the lounge, and yeah, a few more bits I need to do in the office, and then hopefully another hour or so and I'll be finished for the day and I can sit and relax before I cook dinner. I've just turned on my new candle lamp for the first time. I got this for Christmas, and it's basically a way of burning scented candles without lighting them. So it's got a bulb in the top part here, and that heats up. Just turned it on, it is quite hot already, and it melts the wax. And I thought I'd give it a try with this one. It's one of the Aldi dupes. It's a blackberry and bay one, because it doesn't burn very evenly when I light the wicks. So I thought it'd be interesting to see if I get a more even melt from doing this. So I'll come back to you and let you know. So tonight's dinner is this, which is a spinach and paneer curry. It's one of my Simply Cook recipes. I made a whole video about Simply Cook. Let me just switch you around. Made a whole video about Simply Cook, which I will link up here or wherever it links. But basically it's a delivery service. Are we focused? Probably not. Yes, we are now. It's a delivery. You get a small box that arrives once a week or once a fortnight or once a month or whatever, however much you sign up for. And it comes with the herbs and spices and seasonings and pastes if necessary. There's 3 different ones in one of these, for your recipe, with the recipe card, and on the back of it it has your recipe, your ingredients you need to buy. So you buy your fresh ingredients, but everything else is bought for you, or is provided for you. One of the reasons I really like this is that it saves you thinking about, oh, what am I going to cook? You know, that, oh, what shall I cook this week? It takes that away. I mean, I wouldn't use this all the time, but we do still use it. We've been using it for a year or so, on and off now, probably a bit more, and I really like it. We've had some really nice recipes. Obviously there's some you like more than others, but yeah, I'm doing this one tonight. This is the first time I've done this one, so that's the recipe. That's what it's going to look like, and the ingredients that you need are spinach, single cream, paneer cheese, tomatoes and an onion. I am also going to add a tin of chickpeas into it, because I like chickpeas in a vegetarian curry, and B, I just felt like there probably, for Ashley particularly, there wasn't enough substance in just spinach and paneer. The tomatoes sort of cook down to nothing, don't they, when you put fresh tomatoes into a recipe? So I felt like there probably needed to be something a bit more in it. The recipe suggests serving it with chapatis, bread and yogurt, but I am just going to serve it with basmati rice, because A, I haven't got any chapatis, and B, I've got plenty of rice. So yeah, that's this evening's dinner. I'm looking forward to it, actually. It will be something a little bit different from what we normally have. So I start by cutting the paneer into cubes, which I've done, and I just fry that off in a frying pan with a little bit of oil until it's golden brown on all the sides, and then set it aside. This is what the inside of the little box from Simply Cook looks like. We've got a korma paste here, some nigella seed blend there, which is just a dry one, and then a garlic paste here at the end. So in each box from Simply Cook you get four recipes. You choose your own, you can select what you have. They've got loads of different ones on the website, and yeah, I'm going to put this paneer in now. Right, I've fried the paneer and set it aside. It's pretty like halloumi, texture-wise, a little bit less dense, I would say, than halloumi. But yeah, fried that and set it aside, and I'm now frying the onions. I'm going to add the garlic paste, which is there, to those, and give it a stir. And then I have to add the tomatoes, which I'm going to chop in half, and the korma paste as well. Right, tomatoes are in and the korma paste, and I've also added my tin of chickpeas. It smells amazing, I must say. What I'm going to do now, because I've added those chickpeas and I want it all to cook down together, the recipe says to pretty much as soon as the tomatoes have cooked down a bit, add the cream, but I'm going to pop it onto the lowest heat setting and just put the lid on and cook for 5 minutes or so. I might add a little bit of water and cook it for 5 minutes or so, just to get all those flavours fully mixed in and the chickpeas cooked a bit as well. Now, to keep this a bit lighter than the recipe suggests, I am going to use half 0% Greek style yoghurt and half single cream, just because I'd just rather keep it a bit healthier. Obviously don't bring the 0% yoghurt to the boil, because that will not end well in terms of it splitting and going horrible. So yeah, I'm going to use half and half. Okay, here's the finished product. It looks and smells really nice. We have added a chilli, a chopped fresh chilli, because it wasn't very strong or hot in terms of spiciness. Obviously it's a korma, but we prefer it a little bit hotter. And I'm really glad I added the chickpeas as well. Sorry, you're steaming up. Yeah, really glad I added the chickpeas. I feel like there probably wouldn't have been enough oomph about it without. I feel like there wouldn't be enough solid content without the chick. Well, dinner is done, and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really nice. I think the chickpeas made it. I think you do need to add the chickpeas to it. Ashley said it was all right. He didn't love it, he didn't hate it, but he's not big on anything that doesn't have meat in it, really. So it wasn't his favourite, but he thought it was okay. So yeah, that was good. I have a referral code for Simply Cook, which I will put below, which means you get your first box if you want to give it a try for £1. So I'll put that in the description box below. And I'm going to do another Simply Cook recipe later this week, so probably on Wednesday. So I'll show you that one when I do that. Good morning, it's Tuesday. I had this eBay buyer on Saturday offer me, I can't remember if I showed you or not, but I'll show you a picture of it when I get home. I bought a vintage Snoopy phone from 1980s, I reckon. It was a car boot sale last year. I paid £23 for it. And I put it for, completeds were a bit all over the place, and I think I thought I overpaid for it at the time, so I thought I'm just going to stick it on for £100 and see what happens. There are a couple of that had sold sort of around the £50 mark. Anyway, eventually I sold it on Saturday. I got an offer. I'd had a couple of lowball offers around £20, which obviously I just declined, and on Saturday I had an offer of £95 on it, and I thought, yes, lovely, thank you very much. So I accepted it straight away. So it was Saturday, sort of late afternoon, and buyer didn't pay. 48 hours went by, and yesterday afternoon, which was Monday, at about 3:30 in the afternoon, she paid finally. So it was about 48 hours after she bought it, and along with her payment she sent a little note saying, I need this for Wednesday, by Wednesday, please arrange for it to be delivered on Wednesday. Now, don't get me wrong, I was pleased to sell the thing, very pleased to sell it, but my dispatch time is 2 working days, so the reality of that situation was that I didn't have to dispatch it until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is tomorrow, so how it could have got to her by Wednesday. So the estimated day, it's just people assuming that you're going to bend over backwards and pay extra for postage. Now, if she'd messaged me and said, and the fact she waited 48 hours to pay, if she paid for it on Saturday, would have been a lot easier to have got it to her by Wednesday. So anyway, rant over, because I was pleased to sell it, and I think I got a really good price for it. But Honestly, people are so demanding, aren't they? Do you think they do that when they buy something from Marks and Spencer's and just pay ordinary postage, $3.99 postage or whatever? Just really annoys me. So anyway, I packed it up last night and I've posted it out today with DPD. I've just dropped it off to the DPD shop and it's on 1-day delivery, so it should be with her tomorrow. They said it should get picked up today, so yeah, fingers crossed. It's so cold today, I can't tell you. It's I've just put my cardigan back on because I'm so cold. It's about lunchtime, I'm just about to stop and have some soup. But I just thought I'd do you a quick outfit of the day. As I'm standing in front of the mirror, I have got on today, I've got knee-high boots from Simply Be, which I've had for years and years and years and years and years. They're real leather, but the soles are so thick. I've had them resoled and rehealed lots and lots of times, and they're coming to the end of their life. They're a bit loose these days, and the leather is stretched too far, but I do love them. I should be sad when they go. Then I have got on a mustard coloured skirt, sort of knee-length skirt, which has like a snakeskin, sorry my scarf's in the way, like a snakeskin print sort of effect in the fabric. That is from Tesco, again, absolutely years and years and years ago. Then I've got this recent purchase jumper, which I stupidly put in the tumble dryer. It was from New Look. It's quite a boxy jumper. You can't really see the whole effect of it because I've got a cardigan on over the top because I'm so cold. But it's Blue Vanilla is the brand. It's at New Look. I bought it in the sale recently. I think I showed you. And the bloody bits have come off the star in the tumble dryer, which is quite annoying. I have got a couple of them, but they're sort of stick on and I don't know what to stick them on with, so I must remember not to put it in the tumble dryer again. It doesn't look too bad from far away. I've got a cardigan which I think is New Look, which I've had for years again. Don't know why I'm showing you this outfit really, because clearly I've had all of it for years. And then my new Primark mustard scarf around my neck, which is keeping my neck quite nice and warm. I've also got the earrings that I bought from Primark last week when I was up in London, which I think go rather nicely with this. So that is today's outfit. I am now going to go and make some soup. When I say make some soup, warm up some soup for lunch because I'm hungry and cold. So, oh, nice light. There's nowhere to go in here where it's better. That's marginally better. So Ashley has just come home, or not come home, dropped in with a whole bunch of G-Plan furniture, which he has bought from somebody he's buying a house from. He did mention this to me several weeks ago. He was quite keen on a couple of pieces of this G-Plan furniture because we thought we might spray them and use them in our lounge because it's all very 70s and our house is sort of late 60s, early 70s. So yeah, and now he has filled my cinema with G-Plan furniture. Look. There's this cabinet here, which is one that we thought we'd keep, probably. Then there's all these chairs over here, which are quite hideous. 2, 4, 6 chairs. Oh, brown textile chairs. Very 70s, aren't they? Then they go with that round table here, which that pulls out and has an extra leaf in it. There's the G-Plan thingy. This is the other little unit that we really like and we thought we'd keep, or actually really liked, and I really like this one as well. Looks nicer than it's looking on the camera screen because the way the light's reflecting on it in here. And then this dressing table with its mirror, which is quite a nice, does that pull out? Oh yes, look at that. Little makeup drawer, all velvet lined. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, that dressing table, and then this long sort of bed head with bedside drawers attached to it. So yeah, the idea is that we'll sell the rest and that will pay for the 2 pieces that we want to keep and possibly pay for the respraying as well. Do you remember when I had my dressing room and my bedroom, all the furniture sent away and resprayed? The same people can do this sort of stuff as well. They do other furniture as well, and yeah, that's sort of the idea. We thought we might have it done in wacky colours when we come to decorate the lounge, and then sell the rest of it fairly quickly, hopefully, because quite like having a cinema room, but not one filled with 70s G-plan furniture. Yeah, so I just thought I'd show you that. So I said I would show you the Snoopy phone that I sold. That's the picture of it. Hang on, let me see if I can make the photo a bit bigger. So it was very of the 80s, as you can see. So I'm hoping the buyer will be pleased with it. It was really nice and quirky and fun and very kitsch, and just, yeah, I really, it was a nice thing to sell that. Oh God, terrible light. So I hope she's pleased with that. It's about 5 o'clock now. Let me just rest you up there while I'm talking to you. I've done something at some point this afternoon to the top of my back, like my shoulder blade, or whether it's just tension or something, I don't know, but it's really quite painful. So it's 5 o'clock. Ashley's cooking dinner tonight when he comes home. We're having duck stir fry, mostly because we had a duck breast in the freezer that needed using up. I don't really know, but all I know is that I'm not cooking tonight, which is nice. So I've got a few little bits to finish off. I've got a return that's come in here that I need to open and check and refund. And I've got a couple of other things on my list that I want to get done. And I should be finished in the next 20 minutes. And no plans for this evening other than sitting on the sofa. I was up quite early this morning. I woke up at 5:39 for some reason, so I expect it will be a fairly early night. And yeah, more of the same tomorrow. So I shall see you then. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's 9:21. I have been up quite a considerable portion of the night with my upper back in pain. Just could not get comfortable. I don't know what, I think I must have pulled a muscle or something up there, or else a posture issue or something like that, but oh God, it was painful. It's actually better when I'm moving around than when I'm trying to get comfortable when I'm still, which is the opposite of my previous back pain. So I'm quite tired and grumpy, but hey, that's okay. So I'm taking myself off to the seaside. I'm going to Teignmouth and I'm going to have a little walk along the seafront. Much as the thought of being at home, slumped in front of the telly was a preferable option. I thought it would be nice to go and get some fresh air and maybe try and loosen up my back a bit, I don't know. But sun's shining anyway, so it seemed a good opportunity to get out for a walk.
People on the street as I go by, and it doesn't even matter to me where I go. I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my
I hope the wind noise isn't too bad. It's a little bit breezy. I've been for a nice walk along the seafront and heading back to the car now. It's quite chilly this morning, but very fresh and nice, and the sun's shining. Back's feeling a little bit better. Hoping that the little coffee hut down here is open, because I fancy a cup of coffee. While I was out, I had a phone call from I've applied to be. Rewind, let's start that again. I've applied to do some voluntary work with elderly people as a befriender. I found it quite difficult to find a charity that did that, actually, because I went to Age UK first, and they don't have the funding apparently to have a befriending scheme down here. They only have a thing where you can go round to people's houses and help them and fill in forms for benefits, and I didn't really want to do that. I was very keen on the actual befriending side of it. So I looked into it a bit more, and I found an organisation called Independent Age. I don't know if they're nationwide, but they're definitely down here in Devon. And I applied to do the volunteering with them, and I filled in the form online, and I had a call from the lady who runs it, and coincidentally, I had a call this morning while I was out. This is why I'm rambling about this now. Coincidentally, she happens to be the daughter of some very good friend of ours who we've known for absolutely years, so that was kind of nice. So I had a chat with her, and I've got to do some online safeguarding training, which I've actually done before when I used to work in a school, so that should be fairly quick, and do a DBS check, which is criminal record check thing, which you have to do for this sort of stuff. And then because she knows me, she's going to come round and do my training session at the house in a couple of weeks. And she's got a couple of people who I might be paired with to befriend, or a couple of options anyway. So that was all really nice. I'm really pleased about that. I felt like it was a nice thing to do. I think loneliness in the elderly can be really, you know, when people have lost a husband or wife or live on their own and don't see too much of their families and all that sort of thing. I think, you know, people can be lonely. I quite often find when I'm in charity shops that elderly people like to chat. Other customers rather than people who work there, but yeah, elderly people. And I was in Iceland just before Christmas, and there was a lady who chatting to me, obviously didn't get to talk to many people, you know, so yeah, I just thought it would be a nice thing to do in 2019, so I just wanted to tell you about that, really. Right, I've retired to the sofa. It's about 5:30. And I'm watching Instant Hotel on Netflix. Anybody else watch this? It's quite good. It's kind of like an Australian Airbnb version of Four in a Bed, which I actually don't like very much, but this is I quite like the properties on here, so it's quite interesting to watch, and the competition aspect of it is quite entertaining. So we started watching it at the weekend, and I'm on episode 6 already. So we watched the first 5, I think. Is it episode 6? Yes. Joys of having to wear glasses for close-up, but not for far away. Anyway, my back's really hurting, so I've taken some codeine, and I'm going to sit here for the foreseeable future, and I think we're going to order a takeaway for dinner tonight. So yes, that's my plan. I'm watching Instant Hotel. I'm going to prep my favourites video for next week, January favourites, because I will be away next Wednesday, but I need to film that before I go. And I'm also having a little read of Seville and Andalusia to make plans for our trip next week. So that's my evening plan. Good morning on Thursday. It's about 9:15. I had a terrible night's sleep again with my back. It's weird. It's fine when I'm walking around and doing stuff, and as soon as I lie down to sleep or sit there, it was all right when I was sitting watching the television propped up with cushions, but as soon as I lie down to sleep, it's painful, and then it wakes me up in the night, and then I can't get back to sleep. It's, oh God, sorry, I don't want to moan, but oh, I don't know what I've done to it. It's just really, really annoying. Anyway, after a pretty sleepless night, I've woken up feeling, oh dear me, feeling very low energy and a bit miserable this morning. So I can't even make your to-do list. I had to get up because I had a few parcels to do for Ashley to take to be franked this morning when he went into work, and I've done those, and what I really want to do is crawl back into bed, but knowing that my back will hurt even more if I crawl back into bed, I'm not going to do that.
For the stars, driving down the boulevard at night, playing Coldplay on repeat, watching people on the street as I go by. And it doesn't even matter to me where I go, I just feel I need to take a ride. Got my coffee cup to go, and I'm gonna hit the road tonight. Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go!
Right. So I have a builder here today. I was not expecting to have a builder here today. I just didn't know he was coming out. I knew he was coming to look at the next job that he's going to do, which is sorting out the bloody hallway that Ashley ripped all the wallpaper off and ripped all the ceiling off October, November, and it's been like that ever since. But I didn't know he was going to actually do the job today. That's fine. He's making a start anyway. Anyway, he's just popped out to get some lunch. So I kind of don't like vlogging in front of the builder. I don't know why. Just because it's a bit of a weird thing, isn't it, to talk to a camera. I wouldn't mind if he knew that I had a YouTube channel, but I wouldn't mind anybody knowing. But the actual talking to the camera bit in front of someone in your house is just a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, just a bit uncomfortable. Anyway, I thought I would just answer some of your questions. You left me some questions. I didn't ask me anything thingamajig on Instagram last night, and I've got some questions to answer, so I'm going to do them. And Kirsten, my friend Kirsten from Kirsten's Curiosities, asked me, is January the longest month ever? And yes, I think it probably is. It's dull, it's miserable, it's cold, there's nobody's got any money. Yes, it's definitely the longest month there is. Reselling Polly, Sam asks me, and her real name is Sam, that's why I added Sam onto the end of that, asked me, have I ever considered doing Amazon or selling on Amazon? No, not FBA. It's not the type of stuff I'm interested in selling. I think it's a very overcrowded market. It would be... I have sold on Amazon for years, but merchant fulfilled, and only the very odd thing that I pick up and I think, oh, that would go on Amazon. I find Amazon fees quite expensive compared with eBay. I find eBay fees quite expensive these days, to be honest. But Amazon fees are more expensive. But I've always done a little bit of merchant fulfilled. I think I've got about 9 or 12 listings on there at the moment, something like that. And it goes up a little bit in the summer when I'm doing more car boots and finding more non-clothing stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't ever do FBA because it's just not something I'm interested in doing enough to want to do it. I had more questions as well. Where are they? Dawn said to me, Dawn6861, who is a long-time viewer and who used to read my blog, and she used to write a blog and I used to read hers back in the day. So, ooh, 10 years nearly, I should think I've known Dawn online. She says, hi Caroline, I hope your back eases soon. Thank you, Dawn, so do I. It's not brilliant, if I'm honest. Where is your dream holiday destination? I made a video, didn't I, recently about holidays and travel, and I talked about my travel bucket list in that, but on a day-to-day basis, my dream holiday destination can change with my mood, really. But at the moment, I've got to say, my dream holiday destination is somewhere hot, 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 blue sky, no clouds, warmth in my bones, and oh, just wouldn't it be lovely to be somewhere hot? And yeah, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? So somewhere hot and relaxing with a cocktail and a good novel. That's where my dream holiday destination is today. Lainey says to me, is there anything you'd love to do if money was no object? I'm quite happy. I'm lucky to be comfortably off financially. We don't have any money worries as such. Probably the one thing that I would do if money was no object is to speed up all the work on our house, and in particular have our kitchen done and project managed all by one company, because there's building work to be done, there's electrics, there's plumbing, there's new units, there's a whole new wall to be built outside, there's doors and windows to be put in. It's a big old project, and historically we've always done all of this stuff, us project managed it ourselves, Ashley more than me these days, and it got people in to do it piecemeal because it's way cheaper that way. But it would just be lovely to have it done all in one fell swoop, and if money was no objects, that's probably what we'd do. So that's the one thing that I can think of at the moment. Lady also asked me, what 3 things would you ban forever? Any mention of the word Brexit ever again for the rest of my life. I'm banning that word when I rule the world. What else would I ban? Tailgating drivers and people who try to drivers who try to intimidate other drivers to go faster. or get out of the way and make situations dangerous. So yeah, thoughtless drivers I think would be the second one, and it's like room 101 this, isn't it? And what would be my third one that I would ban? I can't think of a third one off the top of my head. So I'm going to move on to the next question, which is from Nat Resales, who asks, are you sourcing higher end items now, or will you still pick up things with £10 to £15 resale value? Ideally, in an ideal world, I look for higher value items. That's what I want to sell. I'm happy to invest more to make more these days. However, the reality of the situation is you can't always find that sort of value of item. So yes, I will still pick up the 10 to 15 items, not as much as I used to probably, but if I can buy them for £1 or £2 and I know they'll sell well, yes, I will still pick those up. The stuff we refer to as bread and butter, I guess, really. Dawn XX48XX asked me 3 questions. She's asked me holiday destination this year, which I answered in my travel video recently, so I will link that up here, I think, left hand, right corner. Yeah, either up there or up there, whichever way. She also asked me, how's the car? The car is back, the car is fixed. The problem was eventually identified, took a long time, and the problem was not the head gasket, which it went in for in the first place. The problem was, if anybody's interested, which I'm sure you're not, it turned out to be a leak in the secondary radiator. That my car has a secondary radiator for the supercharger, and it was a leak in that, and that has now been replaced, and the car is fixed. Fingers crossed. Touch wood. The final question, also from Dawn, was my favourite perfume at the moment, and at this time of year it's always, I have it here, Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit. It's my perfect autumn winter perfume. I love it. It is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I'm going to spray some right now. Oh, lovely. Just, it really does smell like a ginger biscuit. I think you can now get this online. You used to have to go to their, they would only sell it in their shop in, wanting to say Bond Street, or is it Regent Street? I think it's Bond Street. But now I think you can get it online. So yeah, absolutely love that. My favourite perfume for autumn winter. Right, that's all my questions, and I have rambled on for almost 9 minutes, so I think I better stop. Good morning on Friday. It's 9 o'clock. I'm just going to drop some parcels off, and then I'm going home. I've got quite a busy day of work and video filming and going to Tesco's a bit later on. It's all the excitement, all the excitement. Now, I edited this week's vlog yesterday afternoon, and it's already 37 minutes. So I do want, I've said a couple of weeks ago that I'm going to, I actually did a poll on Instagram stories. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram, because I ask quite a lot of questions over there and stuff, and it's a good way to sort of interact with you guys a bit more. It's a bit easier than in the comments here. The link is in the description below for my Instagram. It's @Caroline_Mrs M. Sorry, that was an aside. But I asked a question on Instagram and said, did you think that I was editing a video from a couple of weeks ago, and it was 47 minutes long, a weekly vlog, and I said, did you think it was too long? And most of you said no, it was, I think the majority, something like 70%, said that you were absolutely fine with it being that long. But for me, I just want to, I'm so mindful of people's time, and I just do want to keep it under a reasonable amount of time. I don't want it to sort of stretch over that, so I'm sort of 40 minutes is my aim, if you like. I'm not saying it's always going to be under 40 minutes, but I think I feel comfortable with it being around that sort of level. So that was a long-winded way of saying I don't think I'm going to film any more today. I'm going to finish off here because I don't want to make it too long, and nothing very exciting is happening today. Next week, my weekly vlog will be mostly coming to you from Seville, because first thing Monday morning we are flying from Bristol to Seville, so that's quite exciting. So I look forward to seeing you then. There will be a video coming up on Wednesday, which is a sort of new twist on monthly favourites video. I'm going to go changing that up a little bit for this year, so that one's coming up on Wednesday morning as usual, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. I hope everybody's had a fantastic week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.